is going to be a special word for someone. I was just led this at the top of the morning. I woke up with this on my mind to never settle. Never let that guy come back around again. Never let him come back around again. If he hurt you once, if he hurt you twice, if he hurt you 3 times, do not never take him back again. Never, I mean it. And I'm going to give y'all a little reference story, a little testimonial with it. So, this is my testimonial. So, when I was younger, um, I met this guy, and we're gonna call him Mr. Gray, because I was always in the gray with him. Nothing was ever black and white with him. I was always in the gray. It was always my fault. He always blamed me. By no means I was any angel in this situation. I wasn't an angel in this situation. I played a part in it because I allowed it to happen. So let's get to the story. So I met Mr. Gray. We were working. I met him at work. He didn't work directly with me, but he worked in like another department or whatever. And so I met him. He wasn't my usual type of guy that I would date. I wanted to try something different. And I was really trying to be like, trying to be friends first, and then like get to know him. Like, I was trying to be friends and then get to know him as a friend. So we got to know each other as a friend. But there would be little incidents where like we spent, it was like I came over one day and then I just never left. Like, that's what it was. I came over and then I never left. I was there for like a couple of days. Like, I had an apartment and everything. I had my own place, but I was always at his place. And then it was a situation where his friend, and he was like his friend, said that he, they messed around with me or whatever. Meanwhile, I was never his girl. He never asked me to be his girlfriend. It was never anything like that. But he was like, oh yeah, my friend said he talked to me. Well, his friend did try to talk to me, but we never was intimate or anything like that. And so his friend was telling him that he was intimate with me, but he never was. And he really wasn't his friend. It was just like, they were never really friends. Like, to this day, I know they don't even probably still talk anymore. Like, to this day, like, they're not friends. Because in the line of work I did, nobody's truly friends. Like, I mean, they might be, you might have like a associate. You might be associates with them, but you're never really truly friends. And so he was like, yeah, and it's like that. And he started questioning stuff because, things did go fast, and we did start to get, I did connect with him fast, and, I didn't catch feelings for him, but I thought he was special. At that time, I thought he was special. And I started to care about the boy. The man. He was younger than me. But I started to care about him. And then he started this argument, and he kicked me out of his house. Never came back. Never talked to him again. He moved to another country. I went on a deployment. So he was on deployment. And while I was on deployment, he started talking back to me through Facebook Messenger, which is the devil. The Facebook and all that social media stuff, all them dating apps and all that. It's the devil. I would never meet anybody through any of those things, because those guys are the devil. They're like wolves in sheep clothing. Like, they try to pretend they're somebody else. You can just pretend that you're somebody else, or that you're a certain kind of person on there that you're not. So Do not do that, girls. Do not ever, like, take anybody seriously that you meet on any, like, do not even talk to them. Don't sleep with them. Don't even date them, okay? That's just my opinion. That's what I think. So, so I just, I started talking back to him, okay? I let him back in again. So we was taking it slow. I still was talking to other guys. Like I said, I was not innocent. I was not innocent. But when it came to everybody else, who would always come first was him. He would always come first because he had a special place in my heart. So he would always come first. So, by no means, I talked to this guy, that guy, whatever. But like I said, we was never together. He never made me his girlfriend, never gave me the title his girlfriend, never anything like that. But I cared about the boy. So our deployment, we stopped at his duty station, right? We stopped there, right? I had gotten in trouble, right? Over some foolishness. Like, that is another story. All because somebody didn't like me. I had gotten in trouble. All because a lady had a heart for me. I got in trouble. But that's another story. That's what we talk about. When we talk about, like, my relation. Like, that'll be another thing about my relationships with other women sometimes. The relationships that happen sometimes between me and other women. We'll have a whole conversation about that on another episode. But back to this. So me and him, I went there. My ex-friends, she hung out with her dude. I hung out with my dude. I hung out with her dude and his friend or whatever like that when I was there too. So like I said, I was no angel. But it was my last day. It was my only full day. So it was like my only full day that I was off work. And I went to his house and I hung out with him and we went out to eat and we went out to a bar and he treated me horrible. When I say he treated me horrible. And I'll tell you why. When it later down the line, he had told me the truth. He treated me horrible. It was a waste of my time. I had got a little hotel room. I was like really, I was a lover girl back then. Like I told you, I'm an ex-lover girl. I will, I'm gonna get to know my husband real good. My future husband really good before I show him that side. He never gonna get that side right off the cuff. So with him, wherever you is, just know you're gonna have to really, 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 really work. And it's probably not fair, but and I know I'm probably gonna have to really, 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 really work for you to, for us to get to that level. It's not gonna be easy. It's really gonna be a testimony, because we're gonna each have our own testimony, and we're gonna tell our testimony together, and it's going to be a blessing to God. Like, our testimony is going to be a blessing to God. So shout out to my future husband, wherever you is. Hey, boy. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Hey. Let me say that. Hey. I'll be a lover girl for you. Only for you. Okay, but everybody else, I'm my ex-lover girl too. Okay. Well, anyway, so back to the story. So, I got a little hotel room, everything like that. Had me out, bought me some little lingerie, girl. I had the lingerie, baby. Oh, the room was dazzling. The room was nice to shout. Oh my God. It was beautiful. It was so beautiful and romantic. It was like so beautiful. And he just blew me off, girl. And I hadn't even, at that time I was, sexually active. So I had nothing the whole time. I had been celibate while I was out there the whole time. And child, it was a while. So I had wanted to, I wanted to have some fun with him, right? So he was really gonna have some fun, but tis, he lost. Okay, and he still lost in the end too. But he lost a good one. So anyway, shout out to Mr. Gray. I ain't got no beef with your brother. Do you? I know you happy with your wife and your kids, honey, Mr. Gray. Mr. Gray Gray, I know you, and you know who you are, Mr. Gray. I am Miss BB. You know who I really am. You know my real name, but I'm Miss BB now, okay? Okay, so back to the story. Y'all, I'm like laughing. Like, I can laugh at this now because it was so sad when it happened. So he treats me so bad, hurt me so bad. Like, my heart was broken. I came back to the ship or whatever to go. And because I told you I used to be in the Navy or whatever. So I came back to the ship. I'm crying my eyes out. My friend, she like, oh God, she like, what happened to you? I remember her face. She was like, you deserve that. She said, you deserve that. You deserve that, girl. You deserve that. I was like, I know I don't deserve that. I was like, I don't know. She was like, we had been through a lot. She was like, we didn't deserve that. And that was your only free day. And I was like, yes. And I just cried my eyes. I cried the whole way back to the USA, baby. Tears of blood. Every time I go in the shower, I ain't make sure nobody ain't hear me. I would go in the shower and just cry my eyes out. I would be everywhere we sleep at. I would cry my eyes out. I would cry. It felt like I was crying blood. Like, literally, y'all. I felt like I was crying blood. I would just cry my eyes out. I would just cry. After I get off work, just cry. And then I had met somebody that I was talking to. Shout out to him. He helped me. He helped me get over him. He helped me get over him. So, shout out to him. He know he is. I'm going to call him Mr. Memphis. Mr. Memphis. Not no Memphis Bleaks. Mr. Memphis. Oh, we could call him Big Milk. Big Milk. We gonna call him that. He helped me get over there. You know, I got all my release out. You know, he helped me get over here, whatever like that. But my heart was still broken though. And so, okay. Okay, and so then let's get to 2020. You know, got pregnant and stuff, and then like a couple months after I got pregnant or whatever, he came back to the States and he started talking to me and stuff. I think he just needed someone to talk to, because we were more friends than anything, but I think that's what he used me as like a crutch to just talk to, because I wasn't really physically his type. Like I told you, the girl that was in Spain that he had, well, let me tell you about that. So he told me afterwards the reason why he was treating me like that, because he was going through stuff. He had a girlfriend. It was a girl in Spain, and she had cheated on him. And that he was going through stuff for her or whatever like that. And he was like basically trying to use me as a rebound. You know what I'm saying? So he was trying to use me as a rebound. So, you know, I forgave him for that, and we was going to work through it. I let him know about my situation. Like I said, I was no angel. I cared about the boy, but I would date other guys. Point blank, period. I dated other guys because he wasn't, you know, he wasn't really, how can I say? He was a flip-flopper. He didn't know what he wanted, all right? So in my back of my mind, I was like, well, maybe he would get himself together, and maybe one day he would know what he wanted, and I would probably be his girlfriend and then turn into his wife, right? That's what I was always thinking in the back of my mind, because of how special I saw him as. I saw him as special or whatever like that. So meanwhile, you know, he didn't see me as that or whatever like that. Totally did, girl. Your girl was love line, okay? So anyway, um, so he came back, and so after I had the baby and stuff like that, he would talk to me when baby was in the hospital and stuff like that. He would call and check on me, my baby and stuff, because my baby was in the hospital for a whole month or whatever. The sperm donor never called, never came to the hospital, never did none of that. So he did that. So I thought we were really friends or whatever. That's what I thought. Okay. So his birthday comes around, and his birthday came around, and so we that was like the following year. His birthday came around, he invited me to come. He wanted to see me or whatever like that, so that we can, I guess, what he called hang out or whatever. I wanted to come to California just to get, to have fun or whatever. And so I asked my mom, could she take care of my daughter? And she was just like, no. She was like, no, I'm not about to see you on no plane to go see no man. And you get pregnant and you be a second time baby mama. Because she was like, this guy, Mr. Gray, is not the guy. He's not down for you. He's really not that guy. He's not really that guy. Like, he don't know what he wanted. And if he don't know what he wanted, that means he don't want you. And so she told me that. So I'm like, and then my ex-friends that I had, shout out to y'all. Hey girls, hey ex-friends, hi. I still got love for y'all. Ain't no bitterness around here, okay? I forgive and I move on, okay? I'm not the same woman, okay? When y'all knew. So we, and I got no beef with Mr. Gray. Mr. Gray, shout out to you. You was a lesson. You was a blessing. You was everything. So, when I was like, what are we going to do when we got there? He was like, I'll pay for everything when you get here. He never offered to pay for the flight or anything. So I was going to pay for the flight to get there. He never offered to pay for nothing. He was like, when you get here, he's going to pay for everything. I didn't know. Like, I trusted that he would keep his word, but I wasn't sure. I was always going to have my own money anyway. Duh. I don't depend on no man, so I was going to always have my own money or whatever like that. And we would talk about plans or whatever, like, for me to move there, right? We would have plans for me to move there. So, yeah, because I was like, I kind of already knew I was like on my way out, because it was getting hard for me to take care of my baby and be in and stuff like that. And my mom was supportive, but it was just something that was just some things that she just wasn't, she wasn't going to be able to do it because she's older and stuff like that. So anyway, so I didn't go. I told him the reason why, and I was like, my mom, she didn't want me to go because she didn't want me to get pregnant. Because it was 4 months after I had my daughter. So she didn't want me to get pregnant and stuff like that. And he was just like, I had previously told him that I had went to go see my homegirl or whatever in her city or whatever like that. And so he was just like, oh yeah, you can go see them, but you can't come see me for my birthday and all that stuff. And I really wanted to be there for him for his birthday. Like, great, I really wanted to be there, but I did not have the support. Like, I did not have the support. That nobody supported me on that decision. So I didn't have nobody to leave my daughter with. So it wasn't going to work out. So he got mad or whatever. He was like, oh, so your mom think that I'm not good enough for you. And he was like, no, matter of fact, you're not good enough for me or whatever like that. And so whatever, he stopped talking to me. He got mad, stopped talking to me. We got words, whatever like that. We stopped talking to each other. I found out in February 2023, thank God, I did not go and I did not get pregnant, because I would have got pregnant. I would have been fertile. And if we would have messed around, I would have got pregnant. And I kind of think that he wanted to mess around with me. I mean, why would he want me to come all the way out there and not mess around with me? just to try to see. But I told him I wasn't in that kind of space to be moving like that or whatever. So we it's just we just stopped talking. So 2022, I found out I had cancer. Um, so 2022, we could reconnect again. This time it was around Thanksgiving or I think Christmas or whatever. It was around my birthday. So we reconnect. He talking this stuff, trying to get back in my good graces again. Um, we that was the last strike because he stood me up. Yeah, he stood me up. I guess he was trying to get payback for the birthday thing from him or whatever. I don't know. I'll never understand it. I block him from everything. I've been done with him. I didn't date any other guys. I haven't talked to no other guys since him. I moved on. He saved my life. He was a part of the change. He helped me change and helped me want to not do that no more. I was selling. So sis, do not go back. Do not keep on letting that boy come back to you. He will keep on coming back to you. And he would just continue to do the same thing because he knows that you're going to let him. And that's what my problem was. I was letting him come back and do that thing. So I haven't dealt with him. I haven't talked to him in 4 years. He is probably happily married and got a baby somewhere, happily married or got kids with somebody. And I wish him the best. And I don't hold anything in my heart against him. I wish him the best. He truly was a part of the transitioning of me becoming the woman that I am today. And so I want to thank everybody that was a part of that. My ex-friends, everybody. I gained a lot of clarity, and I actually know what I want and what I don't want. And I don't want a Mr. Gray. I don't want that type of guy no more. I don't want a big Memphis. I don't want that either. I don't want none of that because when it all came down, they wasn't down for me. They wasn't really there for me like they were supposed to be. Like if they was truly my friends, they wasn't really down for me. So, I just appreciate it all. It was all a learned lesson. And I want to tell you, do not give up on love. Don't give up on love. Just leave him alone and you'll meet the right guy. God will give you the right guy. And you'll meet the guy that is right for you. Don't give up on love. And just keep going. Like, don't let that lead you into feeling bad, because at one time I was feeling bad because I was just like, nobody's going to want me and stuff. I felt really bad about myself and I had gained a lot of weight and stuff. And then God just told me that, I deserve better. And I'm just so happy. And I'm so thankful. Yes, sis, don't give up. Keep going. Keep your head held high. Keep your standards high. And just know, do not let him back. Do not let him back. That's the moral of the story. Never let a guy come back after he does you wrong one time. Just believe him and leave him alone. Leave him be and do not let him come back.